One would be that this weekend, and at the level of the country, Panama, is celebrating the Day of the Child. It's not a religious feast, but it is an opportunity for us to reflect on if we are protecting that great treasure that God has given us, and that's our children. It's important to know that even Jesus Christ, in the scriptures, said, let the children come to me. That means let them come and experience their dignity as his precious gifts, and his precious gifts to the whole world. So please, let's protect our children and let us celebrate not just one day with parties and things of that sort, but every day let our children know that they are loved, and especially by our God who calls them to love. Also, we have the opportunity to celebrate this weekend in many places the Feast of Our Lady of Carmen. Myself and the deacon, Orlando, we had a mass in the university, the Maritimo University International of Panama, in these days. And on Friday we had a procession. We participated in the procession that those who are people of the sea have that great devotion to Our Lady of Carmen. So let's keep them in our prayers, and all those who have a great devotion to the Virgin Mary. Next week we celebrate the feast of St. Joachim and Anne, and it's also designated in our church as the day for grandparents, and so we and all elderly people. So in a special way, we'll be keeping our elderly brothers and sisters in our prayers, and thanking God for the gift that they are, and being assured that they're not going to be put to one side. They have much wisdom to give and share to all of us. There's one other point too that I'd like to make clear. We're going to have, at the end of the month, a collection. The Archdiocese every year has a campaign to collect in the streets donations to help with the different activities that the Archdiocese have. We are part of the Archdiocese of Panama. We are part of this church. And St. Mary's has always been recognized as a community that desires to help, especially those most in need. And one final point I'd like to make. It's regarding some videos that have come out criticizing some commentaries that the auxiliary bishop, who's responsible for the JMJ in Portugal, and the commentaries are taken definitely out of context, saying that he doesn't want the children, the young people to know Jesus Christ. That is not the message at all he wants to make. He wants to make it's an event where all young people can begin to appreciate themselves, whether they be Catholic, whether they be Muslim, whether they be Jewish, but they come together and they appreciate being God's children. And that's the point that needs to be made, not a criticism because it's against the evangelization, it's against having people come to know Jesus Christ. We come to know Jesus Christ not by why we preach, but by our own actions. And if people can look at us and say, we'll know them by our love, that is the best way to evangelize, without even having to say or mention the name of Jesus Christ. Thank you and have a good day. God bless.